Hello students of 7th standard. From today we are going to start your science lectures. See there, lesson number 7, motion, force and work. This we are going to study. See what is mean by motion. See, wherever we do the movement in any direction it may be, that is called as a motion. What causes change in a motion? Whenever a particular force is applied to, you can say, any of the object, it shows its movement or it is in motion. Then see, we have seen that the changes occur in the motion or the shape of the body when force acts on it. So what we have seen, you can say any of the object is in motion, or you can say any of the thing that is in motion, or it starts its motion whenever the force is acting on it. Let us see how work is done when a force acts. So what we have to see here, we have to see how work is done whenever the force is applied here. Whenever the force is applied and the substance is said to be in motion, that means some work is done to move the, you can say, substance, or you can say anything or any body from one place to the another place. See there, distance and displacement. Ranjit house is at a place of A. Where is Ranjit's house? Ranjit's house is at a place of A point. Then see, the figure alongside shows the distance traversed by Ranjit to reach the school at D. See, at D he is having his school, at A he is having his house, and at D he is having his school. Then see, if we do not take direction into account, we find Ranjit's traverse a distance equal to AB, BC or CD, plus CD. So what he has done, whenever he want to reach the, you can say, his school, he has not traveled straight, or he has taken some, you can say, points or some places. So from that he has reached the, you can say, school. Which are that points? See there, A, B, then B, C and C, D. However, on doing this, the displacement was equal to AD. Whenever he traversed in this way, but the displacement is nothing but it is from A to D. Even though he has traversed the various points, it means that he has traversed from the, you can say, A to D point. That means from house he has reached to school. Then see, however, on doing this, the displacement is equal to AD. Whenever he was doing such type of work, or whenever he was traveling, what he has done? He has done a displacement which is equal to AD. Ranjit displacement from his house to school is shown in the picture with a broken line AD. So whenever you see his, you can say, traverse from a house to the, you can say, school, this is shown by a line which is called as a AD. Then see, Ranjit displacement from his house to the school is shown in the picture with the broken line, that is nothing but AD. AD is nothing but, now what you can say, the AD is nothing but a minimum distance along a straight line from Ranjit's house to the school. If he traveled from his house to the school in a straight line, then he might have traveled from, you can say, point A to point D in a straight line. Then see, the minimum distance traversed in a particular direction along a straight line is called as a, you can say, displacement. So what is the displacement? Displacement is nothing but a minimum distance which is traversed in a particular direction. That means the distance which is traversed by any body, and it is traversed in a only particular direction along the straight line, that is called as a displacement. Then see next one, speed and velocity. What is meant by speed, or what is the formula for calculating the speed? that we are going to see. See here, when we say that the speed of the car is 40 km per hour. Suppose if we say that the speed of the car is 40 km per hour. There is no need to specify the direction. Here there is no need to tell the direction. But to predict whether a storm which reaches a particular place or not, mention a direction is essential. Suppose if there is a storm and if we want to predict about the storm, what we are going to do? We are going to tell the direction of the storm. See there, next one. Distance. The length of the route actually traversed by the moving body, irrespective of the direction, is called distance. So distance is nothing but a scalar quantity. See, what is distance? Distance is nothing but a length of a route which is traversed by a moving body. That is nothing but a length of the route which is traversed by a moving body, irrespective of the direction. It is not concerned with the direction. It travels in a, you can say, it travels along the length of the route. How it want to travel? It travels there. But it is not concerned with the direction. Such type of a, you can say, length of the route is called as a, you can say, distance. Then distance is nothing but the scalar quantity. Why it is called as a scalar quantity? Because here there is only magnitude is concerned. There is no concernment of the, you can say, direction. Next comes the displacement. The minimum distance traversed by moving body in one direction with the original point to reach the final point is called as a displacement. That is nothing but a, displacement is nothing but a minimum, you can say, distance which is travelled by a moving body from one point to the another point. Whenever a particular body is travelling a particular distance from one point to the another point, that is called as a, that means from original point to the, you can say, final point, that is called as a displacement. In displacement both distance and directions are taken in account. See, whenever you are considering the displacement, both the magnitude and directions here, they are taken into concern. Therefore, it is nothing but a vector quantity. The unit of measurement of distance and displacement is meter in the SI as well as in the MKS system of the measurement. Then see velocity. Velocity is nothing but a, you can say, distance travelled by a body in a specific direction in an unit time. What is velocity? Velocity is nothing but a particular distance travelled by a body in a specific direction in an unit time. Particular time is needed for that, and in a specific direction it travels. This is called as the velocity. So how you can give velocity? Velocity you can give as displacement upon period of a time required for the displacement. Then see here, next one. The unit of the speed or the velocity is written as meters per second. So here, so what will be the formula of a speed? It is given there in the box. See there, distance traversed upon total time, and velocity is nothing but displacement upon total time. So write the units of distance. Distance is nothing but meter and time period is nothing but second. Displacement also, it is nothing but, you can say, meters, and time period is nothing but second. So both of these are having a same, you can say, unit, that is nothing but meters per second. Now let us study from this above formula the Ranjit's velocity and the speed when he goes to the school. That whatever figure we have drawn, see here, we are going to study. Let us now use the formula to find out Ranjit's velocity and speed. When he goes to school, the actual distance traveled by Ranjit from home to the school, whenever he is reaching from home to the school, he has taken a particular path. That path is nothing but see here, AB plus BC plus CD. So we have given it as Ranjit from home to school. How we have given? We have given it as AB plus BC plus CD. That is nothing but he has taken 500 meters. So we have AB is equal to how much? 500 meters. BC is equal to 700 meters. And CD is equal to 300 meters. These all together you want to plus. It comes 1500 meter. Then see total time. So here is a particular time also given whenever he reaches a particular point. Whenever he reaches from A to B, he needs 8 minutes. Whenever he reaches from B to C, he needs 11 minutes. Whenever he reaches from C to D, he needs 6 minutes. So 8 plus 11 plus 6, that comes 25 minutes. Now see here, Ranjit's displacement from home to school. From home to school, how much he has to travel? That is nothing but AD it is given. He has to travel 1000 meters. Thus Ranjit's velocity when going from home to school. Now we have to calculate the velocity. How we are calculating the velocity? Velocity is nothing but displacement upon total time. So what is the displacement? He has done the displacement from one point to the another point. That point is A and another point is D. That is starting point is A and final point is D. He has covered 1000 meters. So we have taken here 1000 meters. Total time, how much he need? Total time he has needed 25 minutes. That we have taken here. 25 ones and 25 40s. What it comes here? 25 40s. 1000. So it comes 1000. So it is nothing but 1000 here. So we have taken 40 meter upon 60 seconds. How these 60 seconds come here? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So the answer comes 0.66 meter per second. Ranjit's speed while going to the school. Whenever he is going to the school, what is his speed? His speed is nothing but the distance traversed upon the total time. So what is the distance traversed? He has traversed from A to D, that is nothing but how much he needs. How much the total distance he has traversed? 1500 meters. That we have taken here. And total timing is nothing but 25 minutes. So it is nothing but 25 minutes. So we have taken here. So what happens here? 25 ones are 25, 60s are. That is nothing but it comes 60 meters upon 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So it comes 1 meter is equal to 1 meter per second. So the answer comes this way. Then see, Ranjit did not take the straight route of a minimum distance while going to the school. So what he has not done? He has not travelled through a straight distance. Therefore the magnitudes of his velocity and substance came out to be different. Therefore what happened? The magnitude and you can say the distance, magnitude distance while going to the school, it came different. That means magnitudes of the schools and speed both are different. Had Ranjit actually gone to the straight route AD, then the magnitude of his velocity and speed would be the same. Then see next one, average velocity and instantaneous velocity. The velocity of an object changes even while it is moving along a straight line. whenever an object is moving in a straight line, then also its velocity is going to be changing. Then see, suppose a truck is covering 40 kilometers from A to D in a straight line. It is given in your figure 7.3. See there, a particular truck travels from point A to D. To reach AB, he needs A to B, he has travelled 10 kilometers. From B to C, he has travelled 10 kilometers, and from C to D, he has travelled 20 kilometers. So in all, if you see, that is nothing but the distance travelled or the displacement of the truck from A to D, that is nothing but 40 kilometers. However, if it requires altogether 1 hour for this, then its average velocity will be 40 kilometers per hour. If he needs 1 hour to complete this distance from A to D, then the velocity will be given as 40 kilometers per hour. However, if the truck travels 10 kilometer distance AB, 10 kilometers distance AB in 10 minutes, BC in 20 minutes, and CD in 30 minutes, then what will be the velocity? See there, the displacement is nothing but what it is shown here. Displacement is 10 kilometers. See that 10 kilometers upon 10 minutes. He has travelled per 10 kilometers per 10 minutes. Then what will be there? 60 kilometers. He will travel 60 kilometers in 60 minutes. So that will be 60 kilometers per hour will be the velocity. So now deduce these velocities for the distance BC and CD. We see that the velocities of the truck is different in the different segments. So whenever he reaches A and B, B and C, and C and D, these are totally different from one another. Therefore, their velocities will be also different. So that is nothing but a instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity can be different for different times.